Hello friends, hi, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much. If you are not already subscribed, why not? Get yourself a beverage, alcoholic, non-alcoholic, hot, cold, whatever you desire. It has been a hot minute since I sat down and did my makeup with you guys. This is where I started, sat at this little rickety old dressing table and talking about makeup to you guys. But recently I've definitely strayed from makeup. I've been going slightly more into the fashion lane, which is fine because I love fashion just as much as I love makeup, but I thought I would go back to my roots today. So I've been doing my makeup a little bit differently. Not everything, but a few little bits I have tweaked, and I found some really good tips for really perfecting certain aspects of your makeup, and I thought I would share them with you guys. I am going to update you on my new makeup routine. So I have already primed my face, so I am nice and tacky. I have recently been loving a glowy finish. So this is the Jacka Black Glow Drops. I also have the NYX Bear With Me Hemp Chanvre Radiating Perfecting Primer. And basically what I do, instead of applying this to my face before foundation, I will mix it in. I'll actually do a bigger proportion of primer to foundation. So I have actually tanned a little bit. I've used my Nip and Fab Faux Tan Mist in the shade Caramel. It might have faded a little bit because I did it a couple of days ago, but I am more tanned than usual. So I'm going to be using the Ordinary High Coverage Foundation just because it is a little bit darker than all my other shades. But this is high coverage, so I only want maybe one pump of this, and then I'm just gonna get a damp beauty blender. I'm gonna mix it on my hand, and then I'm just gonna go to town with that. I like a nice thin layer. This just gives you a little bit of coverage, but it still looks nice and natural and glowy. So I never used to do this, but it is a makeup trend that has been going around recently, so I'm sure you have seen it. Essentially, it's where you don't put concealer entirely underneath your eye like a giant triangle. You just kind of pop it where you have a little bit of colour, where you've got dark circles. And then you also draw a line from the corner of your eye kind of up towards your temple, just to kind of lift the eyeline a bit, give more of a cat eye look. And then also just starting from right underneath the corner of your bottom lip, just dragging up towards your ears, and then the usual, just highlighting. I find you get a lot more coverage if you just let this sit for a little bit. If you blend it in straight away, it tends to kind of disperse the product too much and you end up with like hardly anything on your face. The next thing I like to do, I will get my contour stick, and instead of popping it right where the contour of my cheek is, which is quite low, as you can see, the contour of my cheek is about here, I will put it kind of almost directly on my cheekbone, and this will give the effect of higher cheekbones. Then also, this works for my shaped face, but obviously it's not going to work for everyone's because everybody has a different shaped face. I have quite a wide set jaw, it's quite horizontal. I would quite like to have more of like a heart-shaped face, so to create that illusion, I am going to pop some contour there, just to make it look like my jawline is slightly more triangular. Then forehead as usual, and I also quite like to contour in my temples, which sounds weird, but it looks good. And then as per, just gonna do my nose. I'm being super careful when I blend out this cheek contour that I'm not dragging it down. I'm trying to keep it quite nice and high up on the face. So to finish off my nose contour, I'll just take my slightly lighter concealer and I'll just draw a line of dots really lightly. You hardly need any product whatsoever for this. And then I will just use my fourth finger because that's the one with the lightest pressure, and I will just tap that all the way down my nose just to create a little bit of highlight. And then I'll just go back in with my buffing brush just to make sure it's nice and blended into the contour. So I'm just going to set my under eyes and my smile lines just as usual, nothing new. This isn't a necessary step, but I like to do it because my contour stick is quite a warm toned contour, so it acts more like a bronzer. So what I will do, I'll just go in with my Too Faced Cocoa Contour and I'll just go right over where I contoured just to give a little bit more depth. I'm not going into great depth about like the products I'm using because I'm kind of focusing more on the techniques, but I will link every single product I've used in the description box below, so if you're interested in anything, make sure you check that out. So the next thing I've been doing recently, and I wish I could tell you why I do this or why it looks good, but I genuinely can't think of a reason, but I've just been getting a small fluffy brush, like an eyeshadow brush, and I've just been getting the medium contour shade in my Cocoa Contour, and I've just been contouring like the inner corner of my eye socket, kind of extending my nose contour. I think one of the things I'm thankful for about lockdown is it's actually giving me a chance to perfect my nose contour. Way back when I started my channel, like at the end of last year, I could not do a nose contour for my life. I mean, maybe in a year's time I'll look back at my nose contour now and think, what on earth was she doing? But for the time being, I'm actually really happy with the techniques I've developed, because it was something I used to struggle with so much. Genuinely just goes to show how practice really does make perfect. So I'm gonna get ahead, wow, words. So I'm going to go ahead and do my brows off camera because there is absolutely nothing new about the way I do my brows. Sticking to my guns, sticking to the way I've always done them. So just going to whiz off camera to do that. Ugh, that's cold. Okay, so I'm actually not going to do any eyeshadow, purely because I don't actually have anything to update you on for my eyeshadow. And I have been loving a really simple eye. That's exactly what I'm going to do, but I'm not going to use eyeshadow. I'm just going to go in with the same shade and I'm just going to literally whack it all over the lid. And that is literally going to be all I do. Actually, I'm just going to draw it under the eye as well. I really hate putting lashes onto my bare lash line because I find it's really difficult to get my lash close enough so that you can't see the gap in between the falsies and my actual lashes. So what I have been doing, just so that there's not like a really harsh line of like a liquid liner, I've been getting just a pencil liner. This is the MCO Beauty liner. And I've just kind of been scribbling quite softly onto my lash line. It can be messy. You're literally just like, you're not going to be able to see this anyway. And then just getting any old eyeshadow brush and just kind of buffing it out so it's a little bit smokier. And as you can see, this eye compared to this eye, there is like something for the lashes to sit on, but it's not too intense, if you get what I mean. And then I can't claim this trick whatsoever. I nicked this from Jamie Genevieve. I absolutely adore her videos. She does half lashes. So she literally gets her lash and she chops it in half, and then she will stick it to the outer edge of her lash line just so that it looks a lot more natural and a lot more cat-eyed. So that is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to whack some mascara on there and I'll be right back. Oh, the difference a lash makes. So I don't actually do that much different with my lips, but I thought it might just be worth showing you what I do in case you've missed any other videos. So essentially I'm just getting a dark lip pencil and I'm just going to line my bottom lip first. So I overline the center of my lips and then I drag it right up to the corner following the natural line of my lips. Totally forgot to talk you through the top lip, so I basically just overlined right above my Cupid's bow, and then from there I just followed my natural lip line all the way down to the corner of my lips. I'm just going to colour in the outer corners on it because then that will make the centre of my lips pop a little bit more, make them look a little bit more voluptuous. Then I'm going to get a slightly lighter lipstick and just fill in my lips. And then just to make it pop even more, I'll get a little bit of concealer, pop it in the centre of my lip, just a tiny bit. That's probably too much, not even going to lie. And then just tap that into the center. Don't get me wrong, I do love a blinding highlight. I love a pop-in highlight that is going to, you know, hurt your eyes when you look directly at it. But what I've been doing recently, I've just been popping on my highlight and then just blending it in with my finger just to disperse the product a little bit more, because I feel like this gives much more of a natural, healthy glow rather than like, boom, I'm wearing highlight. And then the last thing I'm going to show you guys is actually some faux freckles. So when I'm in the sun for long periods of time, I do get my freckles to come out naturally. I absolutely love that. I know Freck is a thing, but I believe it's quite expensive. I'm not sure. But I do actually really like doing this technique. So I have some brown eyeliner here, some brown liquid eyeliner. So what I've been doing, I've been just dotting a little bit on my finger. So I might do, I don't know, 6 dots on my finger as so. Should definitely have done this on my right hand. And then just kind of dotted it around my nose area. And then just kind of like patting it in. And then just because that is a little bit extreme, I'll just go in with my beauty blender and I will just tap that in. Then just to finish it off, I am just going to dust a little bit of bronzer just right kind of where I put the freckles, just so I look a little bit more sun-kissed. And that, my friends, is all the tips that I have for you guys, the new way I do my makeup. I really hope this has been helpful for you guys. If you use any of these techniques, please let me know. I would love to know if you do. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys very soon for another video.